Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we will talk about second semester assignments for the subject business law. This is for April 2023 cycle, so don't get confused with our regular cycle. So regular cycles in NMIMS are June and the December cycles, and the backlog cycles are April and September cycles. These backlog cycles are for those students who have uh, given their assignments and not able to clear due to copy case, or might have not submitted the assignments, or maybe they have not cleared their exams. So in any of the situation where they have not cleared that particular subject, you will get an option to submit the assignments, right? So there are two scenarios in this. One is wherein you have cleared the assignments but exam is not cleared. So in this case also you will get an opportunity by NMIMS to submit the assignments again. So suppose if you have scored 22 marks previously in the assignments, so again you will get an opportunity to submit the assignment again with your exam, so that there is a possibility that you might get the more marks. Might be you will get 25 marks, then 25 marks will be considered. Another possibility is might be you will get a lower marks, maybe 16 or 18 marks in comparison to the previous ones, and the maximum of both, right? The earlier it was 20 22, now it's 16 17, so 22 will be will be considered. So it's always a win-win situation. Even if you score less, then the maximum will be considered. Even score more, the maximum will be considered. So there's always a possibility that you can gain the higher marks. So I will always recommend my students that if you have not cleared any subject, and if time permits, to submit your assignments again, right? If we talk about the business law subject, this is more or less a theoretical subject. There are certain terminologies, you can say a little bit jargons, which are related to the law, certain laws, and sections and provisos. So the chances of plagiarism will be a little bit higher in this case. So don't worry about this. The most important stuff is copy case. So don't share your assignments with anyone, and just try to finish your assignments and submit it to the portal. Because if again you will get a copy case, then if you're submitting the assignment for the third time, then it will be chargeable, and I think you need to pay 600 bucks to submit the assignment for the third time. Now in this video we will see what are the different question, what context to be written, what page numbers to be referred from the book. So let's quickly see the assignments. So these are the three questions: first, second, third A, and third B. Each question is of 10 marks. The third question is divided into two stuff, 5 marks, and the maximum word count is of 1,000 words. So make sure don't exceed the count of the after 1100 words. Don't think that writing more stuff will help you gain more marks, right? So just stick to 1,000 or 1,100 words, because these questions are a little bit lengthier one, and when you start writing you see okay it's exceeding 1,800 or 2,000 words, right? So make sure keep it under the count of maximum 1,100 words. So let's see each of the question one by one. So if we talk about the first question, India is blessed with a vibrant wildlife and ecosystem which is often subject to the indiscriminate exploitation by unscrupulous elements of society, including the business organizations. Briefly explain any five legislations that are related to the environment protection or conservation. So if we talk about this question, this is related to the environmental protection and conservation law. So we need to talk a little bit about this, and second thing we discuss about the various legislation. If we talk about the legislations, you will find a lot more stuff in the book. I think if you start writing, then it might exceed the word limit. Let's quickly see. Go to the book, page number 372. So laws aimed at protecting and conserving the environment. So firstly, give a brief. Don't write much details because already we are having a lot of content. If we talk about the certain legislations, then there are like some of them are uh, the NGT Act, the air pollution prevention, control of pollution, water prevention and control of pollution, environmental protection, hazardous waste, wildlife protection, forest protection, public liability insurance, biological diversity. If we talk about each one of them, because it's important to see that what content to be written, because it's very lengthy one. The first thing, don't write six or seven. Many student, I have seen many students who said, okay, sir, we are writing six or seven to get additional marks. No, if the question is asking five, they will simply check the first five. So don't think that adding more, definitely adding more will increase your word count, or maybe you are shorten your other stuff, and definitely if you are shorten other stuff you will get less marks. So the question is asking five, just write five, right? So the first one is like environmental protection. So just give a brief about this. First for two paragraphs you can take definitely. In each of the case, take first two paragraph. Then important definitions. Maybe you can skip this one. Objectives are important, so always write objectives and features and provisos. So write all this stuff, right? And after that you can just write few sections if you are having a few extra words to be written, like target to just write around 180 to 200 words per particular section, or you can say per legislation, because there are five legislations. So just 180 into 5 concludes around 900 words. Maybe in some cases it will be 180 to 200. Like next is NGT. So just give a brief, then proviso and definition you can write, and after that you can just mention a few sections if again the count permits. Then next is air prevention. Just give a brief definition, objectives, two terminologies, those are required, right? Major features you can mention few, some major provisos just write two three liners. And after that it's mentioned important functions of CPCB and SPCB. So you can skip this one because these are the two bodies. You can skip that part, or maybe you can just write one or two liner. Don't devote much time on writing these stuff. Water conservation, again give a brief about prevention, water control act, sorry, it's water prevention and control of pollution act. Write the major objectives, give a brief about the key features, and again the bodies are not required, just you can mention the sections if required. Hazardous and other weights, the same thing, you can just give a brief about this stuff. And you can classify, it's the two classification of waste. Don't go in detail. And after that you can just end with the concluding certain sections. Let's say other one like the wildlife protection you can mention, or you can use the forest conservation, you can use the public liability, or maybe you can use the biological diversity. So it's purely your call. You can use any five of these. Just read them, understand them, write only the key terms. Don't think that writing the first 10 lines or 20 lines will get you the complete marks. No. This is a very scoring. Just read it logically and write it in a concise and proper manner. That's the key requirement for this question, right? Moving on to the second question, please give two instances where investigation or punishments are initiated or enforced by the authorities set up by the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So here we are talking about the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Let's see page number, sorry, 243. So if you talk about the page number 243, you just need to give about a brief about the Consumer Protection Act. Yes, you need to write it. What is this all about, right? After that you need to write on page number 245 what are the key objectives. You can specify all these objectives, scope, other definitions that are not required. Then if you talk about the few instances, then one is given in the book. What is the Karnataka protection power transmission versus Ashok Iron Works Private Limited. This is one of the case study. You can take these, or you can just simply Google out like the key judgments under the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So you will get a number of case studies. You can just write anyone, and you can take this and write anyone from Google, or maybe you can just directly take from directly to from the internet. Like I think there was one Airtel case, one RIL case. So there are a number of case studies where the Consumer Act are being protected and the judgments are being taken against the violation of the Consumers Act. So that is very easily available from internet. Just Google out and write it down. So second question, 50-60% from book, 30-40% you can just write from internet. Moving to the third question. Third question is of 500 words, like third A and third B, 500 words. So again, just be concise in writing the answer. So the third question is about the Tafe, which is an international confectionery maker who wants to launch its product range of exotic flavored sweet candies in India. It wants to use the name as Tweez. However, it is practical that the word twist would be copied or plagiarized in India, and the company would have the deal with use incisors of the product. Please help the company in addressing the following query to have a better understanding to draw the IPR, intellectual property strategy. What type of intellectual property rights that could be claimed in relation to the name of the product? Please explain the reason on what type of intellectual property would apply. So, firstly, we need to understand, okay, what is this IPR? what are the different types. See, in the book, a number of mentioned. Just stick to these three. These three are very important: patents, copyrights, and trademarks. So let's see. Going to the page number 162. So firstly, what is IPR? Why it is being required? Just mention two, three liners to it, right? After that, just go to this page and you will find the I think it's being mentioned. Yeah, this is patents. So just give what are patents all about, what is the key definition to is, what are the certain elements you can skip, not required. After that, it comes to copyrights. You can just specify what is copyright as per the Copyright Act, what is the section specifies. You can mention a little bit about this. And the last one is the trademarks, wherein what is the element, what is the nature of protection of this. After that, it mentioned as trade secrets. These are actually not required, and if you just Google out, you won't get much information. So you can mention or you can skip it, it's your call. But as per my understanding, these are the three which I have discussed: the copyright, patents, and trademarks. So copyright, patents, and trademarks, you can use with respect to quiz. Any one of these you can use based on your logical understanding. As per me, trademark is the right approach, because trademark is simply a product and symbol which you are using for this. So you can use it for your company, and you don't want to just share it with other, and others won't be able to use it, so you can just create it as a trademark, right? Maybe you can use other as per your understanding. Then the next one is explain civil and criminal remedies under various intellectual property laws for enforcement of intellectual property rights. So here it's mentioned on page number 175. Sorry, going to the page number 175. So enforcement against violation of IPR, right? Just read it. You can just easily get, okay, what is civil, what is criminal in this case. Just specify it differently. Civil and criminal remedies which are being mentioned, right? So you can just copy the content from here. Just make sure just divide it, bifurcated it properly. Otherwise, there is a chances that you will get a little bit less marks, right? So or maybe you can just Google out to get a more content about this stuff, right? So I think we have covered all the three questions for this subject, and this is very straightforward and good to score more marks. If you have any doubts or facing any issue regarding this assignment or any other subject assignment of second semester or any other sir, feel free to just connect to me at ngasc.mba@gmail.com. If you like this video, do like, do subscribe, and stay connected for further videos. Thank you so much.